at all. I've had a discussion with banks. I've had a discussion with the World Bank and other development partners. The problem is what you have alluded to and what President Gatti has alluded to, that the bottom is not organized. We've left our SMEs out there like mushrooms in the world. And what I'm going to do is to work with Esther and all the SME manufacturers, SME exporters, put them together and make them ready to receive money. Because money is one thing, and having an organized architecture that can be able to receive money is another thing. So, Esther, I hope I've convinced you, so you convince my boss. And let me add here, when some counties are giving me land to do common user facilities, other counties are saying they want land, they want to encourage squatting on public land. And that difference, Your Excellency, will start to show. I'm not in a mood to fight. I've fought enough in my life. But you start to see the difference between progressive counties that want to be partner to us and Kenya Kwanza government in developing the manufacturing agenda, the export agenda for the benefit of our people. And counties which make a wrong turn and take us to the past where we were fighting and being antagonistic, you are going to see them start to lag behind others. When that happens, don't blame it on witchcraft. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you. Thank you, Moses. Just to add, I intentionally decided to have a ministry for SMEs and cooperatives. Because for a very long time, SMEs have been relegated to some department in some corner. And by so doing, sometimes they get forgotten. I now have a minister who wakes up and sleeps SMEs and cooperatives. To do two things: to make sure that SMEs are organized, to make sure that SMEs are made business ready, and to make sure that SMEs are made funding ready, so that we can catapult SMEs to the next level, where we create big corporations out of small SMEs. For the record, Equity Bank, that is telling us today they have $780 billion or something like that, was once upon a time a small SME somewhere in Moranga. So the small SMEs that you see here today, the outfit run by Esther and all the other small and micro enterprises here, have the capacity to be huge corporations if they get a hand up or a leg up, and if they get the necessary support. And I want to promise you that that is why I am sitting here, to give you assurance that we are going to work with you so that we can grow our SME sector to help us create wealth in our country.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Waziri Kuria, it seems your job is secure.
Yes, Your Excellency, as we close, there is a question that was posed from the floor, and this is because of the issue of climate change. In the world today, you'll find industrialists actually have exhausted their carbon credit. Now, in Kenya today, because of the drought, we are trying to raise funds so that we can support certain areas. What is it that we can be able to do to utilize the open space that we have in this country so that we can be able to leverage on carbon credit?
Precisely, that's why I attended a session in COP27, where we were discussing about how to grow, how to expand, and how to make carbon credit markets much more accessible, simpler, and carbon credit funding, not to fund intermediaries, but to find the actual people who do the real work on the ground. You may want to know that at the moment, 80% of all carbon credit financing end up with intermediaries, auditors, assessors, and the rest of them. The people who bear the brunt and who do the hard work of making sure that our environment is